Welcome to Cord Cutting This Week, episode number 33, the show where I give you my opinions on some of the biggest stories in the world of cord cutting from the past week. Hey, a few housekeeping things. I'm not in my office. I'm actually in my mom's basement, which is kind of fitting as we start our 5th anniversary. So about the time I decided to go full-time in cord cutting, we were moving cross country, and I spent a couple months here in the basement as we waited for our move to Texas. That was about the time when cord cutters news really took off. We had had steady growth, but that's really where the growth became explosive. So it's kind of fitting that I'm back in this basement again as we start our 5th year. And speaking of our 5th year, hey, do you want to join us for a party? July 21st in Dallas, Texas, we are throwing a meetup. We're going to have some free food, some free non-alcoholic drinks. There'll be a cash bar if you want a beer or a glass of wine or something like that. Will be happening in Dallas, Texas. I will put a link to all the details down in the show notes, so check that out. But it's just kind of funny how everything kind of comes full circle. I'm traveling to see family for the 4th. So happened that the same month we will also be celebrating our 5th start of our 5th anniversary. So check that out. We will dive deep into the news now. So, but hey, if you want to celebrate, you're in the area, come join us. Hey, let's dive in here though. We have a ton of news. PlayStation View, DIRECTV Now, and not that long ago, YouTube TV along with Sling TV has all raised their prices recently. What's causing this? A lot of people have been asking me like, hey, what is happening? Why are prices going up? Is this like cable? And some of it is, yeah, there are certain similar factors driving price increases as ones that drove it with cable, but not exactly. And each service has different reasons. Sling TV has had the same price for 3 years. Over 3 years, things change, and you may see a slight price change in 3 years. Not a big surprise there. Still a crazy better deal than cable, because cable this year, some cable subscribers saw a $10 to $15 price increase every month. YouTube TV, a lot of people had said for a long time before they raised the price that, hey, $35 with the channels they have, there's not a lot of room there to add anything extra or do anything extra because their profit margin is extremely small. Some had speculated they may have even been losing money. I don't think they were, especially when you count in the advertising dollars with the targeted ads. But when they wanted to add the Turner networks, they had to give. Something had to give. And the price increase was the result. So you could either add the Turner networks or keep the price. You couldn't do both. There just wasn't room in the budget to do both. So PlayStation View and DIRECTV Now are a little bit more complicated. There's a little less information on why they're raising the price, especially with PlayStation View doing it twice in about a year. Why are they raising the price? I don't know. Now what we do know is that PlayStation View does not have the same great deals that DIRECTV Now and Sling TV and others have, because DIRECTV Now can use DIRECTV to negotiate the contract. Sling can use Dish, and if you want to be on Dish, you guys give us a similar good deal on Sling TV. PlayStation View doesn't have that flexibility. They don't have the big contracts. Yeah, they got Sony behind them, but a lot of the networks they want aren't owned by Sony. So that's something to be, something to think about there. Will we see more price hikes? I don't expect any anytime soon. With Sling TV, with these contracts, and now this doesn't come from Sling, it comes from people in the industry with knowledge of these type of contracts, that when a service like Sling TV launches, the channels will say, hey, we'll charge you year 1 this price, year 2 this price, and year 3 this price. And they do that so that a service like a Hulu, a Sling TV, DIRECTV Now, and on can launch. When you launch, you have to spend a lot of money, you run in the red for a while, and then you build up your subscriber base, and then you go into the green. So they do that to say, hey, we'll give you a little bit of a helping hand in year 1, but by year 3, we want our full contract price on it. So after 3 years, it may not be a surprise to see Sling TV having a price hike on their orange plan. DIRECTV Now, it probably, we don't know. It probably has to do with maybe higher operating costs. They just spent a ton of money to roll a bunch of upgrades, add the DVR, and they have purchased Turner. Now that the court case is done, they've completed the close there. There's a lot of debt there. A lot of people have speculated that that may be part of the issue. It's hard to say, to be honest with you, what exactly is really causing that price hike. We don't know. We could all speculate until we're blue in the face, but what we do know is a few things. As the years go on, the TV contracts get more expensive. it's the reality of the situation. Now, the good news for you, a lot of people have been saying, oh, you know, I'm going back to cable. I'm going back to cable. I'm going back to cable. Why do I stay with the cord cutting if they're going to raise my price? Well, cable has had a $10 to $15 price hike. So even at $5, you're saving $5 or $10 more a month over what you would have been paying with a price hike on cable TV. So keep that in mind. I think it's a little unreasonable to expect that price hikes will never happen. I think it is reasonable to say we want transparency on why they're happening. I think that would serve these services very well, to come out very bluntly and say, here's what's happening, here's why it's happening, and you know, we're going to lay it all on the table. So that's my recommendation. Now, Sony's doing some stuff to make it worth it. For instance, the first month you're going to get a $5 credit. So kind of really means that if you're an existing customer, you're not going to get the price hike until September. A few people, not many, but a few have told me that PlayStation Vue gave them the ability to have an Elite package. So they were like on an Access or a Core, and they were upgraded to the Elite, which is their high-end package. So that's something that's kind of cool that they did there. Are you upset about the price hike? Leave me a comment. Let me know. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on it. So what is the most popular cord cutting service out there on the market right now? You know, that's a tough one. We went and asked a lot of our readers, what do you think? What is the most popular service on the market today? DIRECTV Now was the number one. According to over 2,000 of our readers, DIRECTV Now was the most subscribed to service, followed by YouTube TV, Sling TV, PlayStation, Hulu, and the rest in that order. Is that accurate? Well, it's hard to tell, because we do know that technically Sling TV has more subscribers than DIRECTV Now. According to subscriber numbers, Sling TV is number one, DIRECTV Now, and then it gets a little fuzzy. Hulu, YouTube TV are somewhere right about there, depending on who you talk to. YouTube TV has maybe 800,000 to 1 million subscribers. Hulu, we know, has about 800,000 subscribers. So there is a little disparity between what our readers are telling us. What this may give us insight, though, into is the popularity, where the streaming services are going. Now, this was pre-price hike, this survey was, so take it with a grain of salt. But with all the discounts happening, with all the changes, it seems like DIRECTV Now has had recently the fastest rate of growth when it gets subscribers. Now they're paying crazy amount of money to buy those subscribers. AT&T is dishing out cash with free Apple TVs, Roku's, Fire TVs for a while. Hey, pay us $10, get 3 months of DIRECTV Now. So they seem to be willing to spend big to get their hands on cheap or subscribers for DIRECTV Now. YouTube TV has been really pushing it, and they have YouTube.com to really flood the market with subscriptions on it. They've been buying up major sports advertising contracts, and like the World Series and others, to get their name out there. So, could this be a sign of where live TV streaming will be a year or two from now? Very possible. It very well could be. At the rate of growth that DIRECTV Now will become the service with the most subscribers here in the next year or two. Sling TV, though, has a good, sizable, about 1 million subscriber lead. I wouldn't expect that to happen overnight. Could happen in the future. Sling TV is making some changes. We'll see what they do, if they can turn that, you know, regain the lead there, if that happens, or maybe they never lose it. Maybe they find a way to ramp up their subscriber numbers and get those going higher. YouTube TV, you know, is 800,000, it's 1 million. It's hard to say. PlayStation Vue, it's one of the very first services, came out about the same time Sling TV did, but it does not have the same rate of growth. Well, Sling TV jumped up to over 2 million subscribers. PlayStation Vue is rumored to be around 600,000 to 700,000, maybe 800,000. Some people say in the high end. Other people have said, hey, the subscriber numbers may be falling, maybe getting closer back to 500,000. We don't know. Sony has not said. So keep that all in mind. That thing, you know, it's a changing market out there. What the subscribers are, where we're going, but it seems like for the moment, DIRECTV Now, YouTube TV seem to have some of the strongest growth in the world of with cord cutters. Let's dive into our last story right now. The last story of the day is Go90 is shutting down, and this one shouldn't be a big surprise to you. So what's Go90? Some people probably don't even know what it is. It's a streaming service that was pretty much exclusive to mobile devices. You had some Chromecast abilities built into it, but it was Verizon's free streaming service. And this is more about Verizon buying AOL and a while back, and now Yahoo. And Verizon's trying to roll a lot of their streaming services, like their NFL deal is now Yahoo Sports deal. Go90's content, what remains of it, is being rolled over. Sometime this month, I don't believe they announced the exact date, but they've said in July, Go90 will shut down. Now, if you want to access that, you'll have to get the Yahoo app. I'm not sure if Yahoo has app support on all the same devices as Go90 did. There's some good and bad here. You know, I thought Go90 was a good service for a while. They had some great content like Babylon 5. They've had some good sports deals. Well, now a lot of that sports content is going to Yahoo Sports. The content, well, Babylon 5 is a bad example because they just went to Amazon. As with all these things, they rotate. But a lot of the other series and movies that they have for free with ads are now going to Yahoo. Hopefully, though, that means that they'll bring these apps to devices like Roku's, Fire TVs, Apple TVs, where in the past Go90 was really limited to your tablet or phone with some casting ability included. So hopefully Verizon is making some changes, going to support devices like the Amazon Fire TVs, what I was thinking, and, you know, expand Go90, because I think there is good room there for competition. You see Crackle, Fubo TV, the Roku channel, Vudu is expanding into some free content. There's even rumors that Amazon may be getting into more free streaming. They offer the option there, but they kind of downplay it for their publishers, and it's very possible that more people will be getting into it soon. So I hope Verizon doesn't abandon it. I hope Yahoo continues to try to develop a good free service, put some competition into that market where there is some, but it could always be better. Now, some people may say, Luke, I hate ads. Why would I want a free service with ads? Well, there's a lot of content I wouldn't mind watching, but I'm not willing to pay for. If I'm cleaning the house, you know, Seinfeld may be fun to have on from time to time, but I'm not willing to pay for it. But I may watch a few episodes on Crackle for free with ads as I clean the house, do some paperwork, respond to emails. So I really do think there is a space for an ad-supported streaming service. You know, Pluto TV, Fubo, and Crackle are dominating. The Roku channel from Roku is coming up very strong and doing really well. So we'll have to keep an eye on this market. But if you use Go90, don't be surprised here in a few weeks if it suddenly shuts down, because it will. So keep that in mind. Hey everybody, that's kind of news of the week. Those are the most interesting stories, I thought. The price hikes on a lot of live TV streaming services, what is the most popular streaming service out there, and Go90 shutting down. Is there one I missed? What are your thoughts on these services? I would love to know. Leave me a comment down below in the show notes and let me know what you think. I love to hear it. I read all the comments and I'll do my best to respond to them. But hey, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Check us out at CoreCardsNews.com, because we're here weekly telling you about the world of cord cutting, and sometimes in strange places. But every day, I should say, over at CoreCardsNews.com, we're posting daily news all about the world of cord cutting. So hey, I appreciate your support. 5 great years at CoreCardsNews.com. We're just getting started. Check us out, and thank you for your support.